So yes, people, very good evening. So we are going to start the session. So yesterday we have learnt about verbal ability, right? So today we are going to learn the next part, that is numerical ability. So what we are going to do is you people are going to tell the answers here, right? So inside your numerical ability, what they are expecting is 26 question, and that 26 question will be solving in 40 minutes, right? So 26 questions, so that 26 question will be solving in 40 minutes, right? So you can expect your question from permutation, combination and probability, and also number systems, and geometry and mensuration question will also be asked, and progression, time and work, time, speed, distance, and percentage, that is simple interest and compound interest, and profit, loss, partnership and averages, and ratios and proportions, and puzzles also have been asked, and base conversion and equations also they can ask. So these are all the topics in NQT numerical ability they will be asking, right? You can expect all the questions under these all the topics, right? So this is your sample topics, so you can also learn any other topics also, right? So we will be uploading this materials in Instagram as well as on the websites, so you can learn the remaining questions, or how many questions we are solving. So those questions only we are going to solve. So remaining questions you need, people need to practice by downloading from our website, right? So I will give you the Instagram ID also, you can follow the Instagram and you can get all your materials, right? So you people also having our number, so by getting our number, asking our number, you will be getting all your materials, and we will be uploading all the materials in Instagram and websites also, right? Shall we start the session, ma? Yes. Okay. So numerical ability questions from 2019. Right. So first question, a geometric box and pencil box together cost 150 rupees. The cost of the geometric box is 100 rupees more than the pencil box. So what is the pencil box in rupees? Yes, come on. So the cost of the pencil box together, geometric box and pencil box together is 150 rupees. So the cost of the geometric box is 100 rupees more than the pencil box. So what is the cost of the pencil box in rupees? So the logic of that is, the question explanation will be, they have given the geometric box and pencil box together, total cost of both the boxes 150, right? So the cost of the geometric box is 100 rupees, and pencil box is more than the 100, more than the amount is more than the 100 rupees, right? So you need to find what is the cost of the pencil box, right? So your options are 20, 25, 30 and 35. Superb Ganesh, superb Rachita. Yes. How you are saying answer is 25, da? So x plus y. So x plus y is equal to 150 means, right? So your geometric box rate will be 100, right? So 100 plus y, because pencil box I'm creating y, so geometric box is 100 rupees, so pencil box will be more than 100 rupees, right? So I'm giving y plus y is equal to 150, right? So again 100 plus 2y is equal to 150. So now I'm just subtracting this and just removing this 100 from this side. I'm adding 100 to that side, means so plus 100 will be moving that side, means it will be goes like minus 100, right? So 2y is equal to 150 minus 100 will be 50, right? So 2y is equal to 50. So y is equal to 50 divided by 5 means your answer will be 25. So your answer is 25. Yes, ma. Pencil box is more than geometry box, right? So geometry box is 100 rupees. Is more than pencil box, right? So pencil box is more than sorry. Geometry box is more than pencil box means y plus y, right? So 100 is already given the geometry box. So geometry box is more than pencil box means, so double rated of your pencil box will be your geometric box rate is, right? It is more but not twice, but I'm taking it twice. So if you're taking this y plus y, we can easily calculate it, right? So your answer will be 25. Have you understood, ma? Yeah. So I'll just clear, just make a note of it. We'll give you 2 seconds of time. Just go through it. So your next question. So here's your next question. So answer is 25. So now a cyclist buys a cycle 30 pounds, paying with a 60-pound check. The seller changes the check next door and gives the cyclist a change. The check bounced, so the seller paid his neighbor back. The cycle cost seller 23 pounds. How much did the seller lose? Seller lose. Yes, Kuman. Yes. So a cyclist buys a cycle for 30 pounds, right? And he is giving the check as 60 pounds. And the check is bounces to the seller and is paying the neighbor. So the cycle costs the seller 23 pounds. So how much that seller lose? Answer C. Yeah. Answer is C. But your answer is A. Can you tell me how? But your answer is A. So 30 plus 23 will be 53. Super, Srija. Yes. So 30 plus 23 will be 53. So 53 will be your answer. I'll just explaining you how it is. Right. So first, a seller is selling into 23 pounds, right? So then cycle rate is 30 pounds, buys a cycle for 30 pounds, right? So selling price minus cost price will be 30 minus 23 will be 7 pounds now. Correct? 7 pounds now. Right? Superb, Dhamma. So now he is giving the check as 60 pounds, right? And selling price is again 30 pounds, right? So 60 minus 30 will be 60 minus 30 will be, your answer will be 30 pounds, right? So 30 pounds. So what I'm going to do is, so the loss will be cost price of the cycle seller is 23 and the amount which is given back is 30, right? So totally 30 plus 23 will be 53. Yes, already paid is 30 and another 23 pounds. So totally 53 pounds were paid. So the seller is losing 53 pounds. So correct answer will be 53. Yes, ma. This is like a cost price and selling price, right? So cycle we have buy the cycle for brought the cycle for 30 pounds, right? So already we have paid 30 pounds and again the seller is paying 23 pounds, right? So already 30 pounds means now 23 pounds means, so 30 plus 23 pounds, so 53 pounds will be your answer. Have you understood now, ma? Yeah, just make a note of it. Yes, so here's your next question. So answer is 53. So you have three tuples 1, 2, 2, 4, 3, 6. So what is the shape of the function that describe these? S shape, parabolic, straight line, and quadrilateral. Yes, answer is D. It is a quadrilateral, it is a straight line. Can't hear. Now are you able to hear, ma? Answer is C. Answer is C. Yeah, that's great. Right. So actually your answer is straight line. Right. So I will tell you, I plotted. Superb. So answer is straight line. Imagine, uh, so Bush. So Bush is has office in 3 cities, right? And he wants to connect his computers at various office. So he is unable to decide whether he should go for 3 LANs for different offices or should create a WAN connecting these 3 LANs. So how will he connect the all the 3 LANs, ma? And 3 WANs, that is wide area network as well as the local area network. He will be connecting all the WANs in the straight line direction, right? So that is 1 into 2, 2.4 and 3, 6, right? So if we point this in graph, we will be having straight line will be there. Superb, Manish. So straight line graph will be there. So the answer will be the straight line is the answer. Yes, come on, make a note of it. Right. So here's your next question. The probability that there are 53 Mondays in a leap year, express the answer as a ratio P divided by Q. Yes. Just find out what is the answer. Yes, come on. Just try. Try. Come on, people. So there are 53 Mondays in a leap year, ma. Right? So then what will be your ratio? Leap year means you will be having 366 days. So answer is A or B, A or C or D, D or B. You all people are saying answer is D. Yes, Akansha is saying 2 by 7. And Manish is saying 54 by 366. Yes, 53. Many of you are saying A. Aman is saying 2 by 7. Sorry, 53 by 366. Right, then, yes, wait a sec. Yes, so I'll just explain you how it is. So leap year is having 366 days, correct? Leap year is having 366 days. So totally normal year, don't scribble in the screen, ma. Please don't scribble in the screen. Right? So normally a leap year will have 366 days, right? So then normally a year is having 365 days, right? So normally we'll have 52 Mondays, right? So 52 weeks there, sorry, 52 weeks will be there. So 52 weeks into 7 days is equal to, your answer will be 364. Correct? 364, and I'm lefting 2 days. I'm lefting 2 days. Okay. So now Sunday, Monday. So Sunday, Monday will be a pair, and Monday and Tuesday will be a pair, and Tuesday and Wednesday will be a pair, and Wednesday and Thursday will be your pair, and Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday will be your pair. And 7 pairs, and we are having 2 Mondays, right? So weekly 7 pairs, and we are having 2 Mondays. I'm saying very slowly, da. Ma, totally you're having 366 days in a leap year, right? So you will be having 53 Mondays in leap year, da, right? So see here, normally your days is having 365 days, right? So that is, we will be having 52 weeks in a year, right? 52 weeks means you will be having 7 days. So 52 into 7 means you will be having 364 days, right? So 366 and minus 364 will be, you are lefting 2 days, right? The difference is 2 days. Yes, sir. So if it is 2 days means I'm calculating 2 days means, so Sunday, Monday will be a pair. Correct? And Monday, Tuesday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Wednesday, Thursday, and Thursday, Friday, and Friday, Saturday, and Saturday, Sunday will be a pair. So totally 1 pair, 2 pair, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs is there, right? So 7 days, that is 7 pairs. And how many Mondays? So 53 Mondays in a leap year means, so totally in this pair we are having 2 Mondays, right? So 2 divided by 7 will be your answer. So totally 7 pairs and 2 Mondays is there. So 2 divided by 7 will be your answer. Have you understood now, Ma? Yes. Yeah, that's great. Make a note of it. Right? Right. So I'll just clear this. Your answer is 2 by 7, ma, not 1 by 7, ma. So 52, inside your leap year, you will be having 53 Mondays. We are asking only 53 Mondays, not 53 Tuesday. If you are taking 53 Tuesday means the answer will come as 1 by 7. If it is not a leap year, it will be coming like 1 by 7. Yes, Aravind. Yeah. So next question. So Arun wrapped a gift for his friend in a big box which contains 4 boxes. Each of these small boxes again contain 3 boxes. Each of these boxes contain 3 boxes. The gift is randomly kept in one of the smallest boxes. If you can open one of the smallest boxes, so what will be the probability of the gift is in it? Yes. Come on, try. One by 36. Superb, Damas. Your answer is 1 by 36. That is, so first box, it is contain 4 small boxes means I'm calculating 1 by 4, right? So each of the small box again containing 3 box, right? So again 1 divided by 3. and then again boxes contains 3 boxes. So 1 by 4 into 1 by 3 into 1 by 3. So what will be your answer, ma? 4 into 3 is 12. 12 into 3 will be 36. So your answer will be 1 by 36. So your answer is 1 by 36. Right? So why? Because so first is contain 4 small boxes, right? So that's what I have given 1 by 4, and each again small boxes is containing 3 boxes means, so again we should multiply that boxes, right? So 4 into 3, 12 boxes. Already 4 will be having 4 boxes, and again 3 means 3 boxes, that is 3 sides will be there, and again 3 boxes means again it will having the sum of the sizes, right? So the probability will be 1 by 4 into 1 by 3 into 1 by 3. So that is equally 1 by 36. Yes, come on, make a note of it. Now here your box is contains 4, ma. So 4 small objects I have given 1 by 4, and small boxes again is containing 3 boxes, so 1 by 3, and again it is containing 3 boxes. It's 3 small boxes containing another 3 boxes. So I'm just multiplying each and everything. So 1 by 4 into 1 by 3 into 1 by 3. So totally 1 by 36 will be your answer. Right? Yes, come on. So the answer is 1 by 36. Right? Shall we move to the next question, ma? So next question will be this. Velan and Karan together can build a bridge in 5 hours. So Karan works twice as long as Velan does if we had to do the job alone. How long will it take Velan to complete the job alone? Come on, try. See? Answer option is C, 10. 10 hours. 10 hours. Option B. Option A. Then option D. Actually, your answer is 7.5. Your answer is 7.5. Right? We'll check how it is. So Velan is doing the job in X hours. Right? So Velan is doing his job in X hours. That is, I'm defining X for Velan. Right? So Velan don't know. So Karan works twice as long Velan does if he has to do the job alone. So now Velan is X means Karan is doing twice the job. So current value is 2x. Right? Current value is 2x. So we can calculate this as V is, that is Velan is equal to 1 by x and Karan is equal to 1 by 2x. Right? And both are doing together and they are building the bridge in 5 hours. So totally what will happen? So 5 into 1 by x plus 1 by 2x. So equal to 1. I'm just checking is equal to 1. So now what I'm going to do is I'm making the 5 this side. So this 5 will be doing here means, so again 1 by x, this 5 will not be here and this 5 will be coming here. Right? So now again I'm just taking this 1 to this side. So what will happen? So I'm just adding. So 1 plus 1 will be 1 plus 1 will be. Yes, come on. Yes, so I'm just multiplying this. So 3x divided by 2. Sorry, 3 divided by 2x. So 3 divided by, I'm just multiplying and then I'm adding with each other, right? So I'm just multiplying with each other. So 3 divided by 2x will be your answer, right? So 3x divided by 2x will be 1 divided by 5. So 3 into 5, 2x plus 1 will be 3. 2x, 2 into 1 will be 2 ma. 2x plus 1 will be 3x ma. And here 2 into 1. So 2 into 1 will be 2x. So 5 into 3 will be 15. So 2x is equal to 15, right? And then x is equal to 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. So answer will be 7.5. Right, I'll tell you again. So Velan is doing in x value and Karan is doing in 2x job, right? So twice the job. And what I'm going to do is they are doing both together in 5 hours, right? So 5, 1 by x plus 2 by x. Sorry, 1 by 2x, right? So 1 by 2x. So what I'm happening is, so equal to 5 means I'm just calculating this one inside means your answer will be 3 by 2x. So equal to 1, right? So equal to 1, I'm just shuffling this. So 1 will be moving this side and 5 will be moving this side means, so 1 will be added here. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 will be 3. So 3 divided by 2x was equal to 1 divided by 5, right? So 5 3s are 15. So 15 divided by, so x is equal to 15 divided by 2. So x is equal to 7.5 will be your answer. Right, your answer will be 7.5. So Velan alone can do the job in 7.5 hours. Right? Yeah, make a note of it. Yeah. So here's your next question. I, J, K, L, and M are positive integers in ascending order such that 8 minus I, 8 plus J, 8 minus K, 8 minus L, and 8 plus M is equal to 3927. Right? So what is the value of I, J, K, L, M? Yes, come on. Yes, Dhamma. So what will be your answer? So your answer should come as 8 minus I, 8 plus J, 8 minus K, 8 minus L, and 8 plus M, right? So all these answers should be equal to 3927. So you need to find, yes, your answer is 25, right? So you need to find the value of I plus J plus K plus, sorry, L plus J plus K plus L plus M, right? So the prime factorization method you want to use here, right? So prime factorization of 3927 is, your answer will be coming like 1, 3, 7, 11, 9 will be there. This is your prime factorization of the answer 3927, right? So now 8 minus I, first we need to check 8 minus I means 8 minus 5, that it brings your answer as 3, right? So next is 8 plus J. 8 plus J means, so here again 3 is there. So 8 plus 3 will be 11. 8 plus 3 will be 11. That this is your I value. So this is your J value. This is your K value. This is your L and this is your M. Right? So first I'm doing like this. So next is what I'm doing is 8 minus 1. So 8 minus 1 will be 7. 8 minus 1 will be 7. You will be getting this answer. Right? So then again 8 minus 7 will be 1. So you got the answer 3, 11, 7, 1, right? And you should get the value as 17. So 8 plus 1 is equal to 17. Okay, 8 plus 1 is equal to 17. So now you got the value 1, 3, 5, 7, 1 again. 1, sorry, yes, 5, 3, 1, 7, 9. Now this is prime factorization method. If you are doing prime factorization method, you will be getting the value as 1, 3, 7, 11 and 17. Right? So according to this, you need to subtract all the values you should get. So 8 minus 3, you should get all those values too. So first 8 minus, so 8 minus I means, so directly I am giving 8 minus 5, you will be getting 3. Assume it is a 5. And then 8 plus j means, so 3. 8 minus 3 means the value will be getting, sorry, 8 plus 3 means, sorry, 8 plus j here, right? So 8 plus 3 means the value is getting 11. You need to find all these values with the 8, right? 8 minus 5 means you are getting 3. 8 plus 3 means you are getting 11 according to this. And 8 minus k next step. So what I'm going to do is 8 minus 1 is equal to 7. So I'm getting the value of 7. And then again 8 minus L. So 8 minus L means I should get again the value. So 8 minus 7 will be, your answer will be 1. Again 8 plus M means what will happen? So 8 plus 9 means is equal to 17. So after whatever things we have done, we got all the prime factorization values, right? So you need to add those values now. So 5 plus 3 is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, 9 plus 9 is, yes, ma, you will get your recorded videos, ma. So 5 plus 3 will be 8, 8 plus 1 will be 9, and 9 plus 9 will be 18, 18 plus 7 will be 25. Your answer is 25. This is the prime factorization method. This is the prime factorization method. So this is the prime factorization method. Great. Yes, make a note of it. Yes. So here's your next question. Using principle of moments, one can weigh any item using a single weighing stone, right? So in one such experiment, a food packet was kept hanging at a distance of 15 centimeter to the left of a rod center. It was counted by a 15-gram weighing stone. Keep a distance of 45 centimeter to the right of the center. What's the weight of food packet? What's the weight of food packet? So totally it is counted by the 50-gram weighing stone and kept a distance of 45 centimeter. Right? So what you should do? Yes, come on. Yes, people. Take your time. So using principle of moments. So one is weighing any item using a single weighing stone. So food packet was hanging there and the distance of that food packet to the left rod center will be 15 centimeter. Right? So it was in for 50 weighing stone and 50 is kept at the 45 centimeter of the right center. So you're telling your answer is 150 gram, and another one is saying 150, 125 gram. So which is the correct answer? Answer is A. Actually, your answer is 150 gram. Your answer is 150 gram. So why? Because so I'm just calculating the weight, right? So just I'm giving the gram into 15. That is left side. Right side, all the values is given. So 15 is your left side. So 50 into 45. So 50 into 45 divided 45 will be your first step. Then G is equal to this multiplication will be moving to this side and it will be having the divided side. So 45 divided by 15. So 15 ones are 15 and 15 threes are 45. So 53 into 3 will be 150 grams. So 150 gram is the correct answer. That is the left side only they have given the distance. So left side only they have given the distance of 15 centimeter and right side only they have given the 45 centimeter as well as the for left side they have given the distance as 15 centimeter right, but for the right side they have given the distance of 45 centimeter and they have given the grams also, that is 50 gram. We need to find what's the left side of the value, right? So 50 gram into 15 is in the left side and the right side will be 50 into 45. So the 50, I'm just dividing 50 into 45 by the left side. So 50 into 45 divided by 15 will be, so 15 and 45 gets cancelled and multiply this and you will get the 150 gram. Aptitude will be little bit confusing, Dhamma, right? You should just, you people need to think all the logics. So without knowing the logic, you people can't solve this. That's what I'm giving the time to think the logic for you people. Just think the logic and then you can listen it. Then you will be understanding easily, right? Yes, come on, make a note of it. Arithmetic, which concept is this? It is a weighing concept, ma. It is like an algebra, not exactly the algebra. Yeah. So here's your next slide. A very crowded street in T Nagar contains 100 buildings. The buildings are numbered from 1 to 100. How many nines are used by the Chennai Corporation in numbering these buildings? How many nines they are using, ma? Within the number from 1 to 100. Not from any other numbers, only from 1 to 100. Come on. 21, 19 or 20 or 9. Only 9. Between 1 and 100. Only 9 nines. Only 9 nines. Check again. Only 10 nines. 20 nines, Akanksha. So Manish is saying 10 is not there in the option, ma. So many of you are saying D. So what is the answer? Minal Patil have also saying 20. Yes, come on, others. Harshini is saying 9. Lakshana is saying 99. Yes. Yes. Ma, actually, T Nagar is containing 100 buildings, Dama. So inside that 100 buildings, you need to find how many nines are there from, that is one, from numbered 1 to 100, you are having how many nines. That's it. Superb, Maunika. Yes, Tirumudi Nachia. Just leave the webinar and then join again, ma. I think your side the network is not proper. Yes. So you will be having many number of nines in 1 to 100, right? So 9, and you will be having 19, and you will be having 29 and 39 and 49, 59, 69, 79, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. So 9, 19, 29, 39, 49, 59, 69, 79, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98 and 99 will be there. And at last 0 also will be calculated. So 00 will be calculated. So totally 29s are there. Right? So we need to find how many nines in this numbers. That's it. So totally 29s. You need to calculate the 100 also. Why? Because 100 is the last digit, right? So 00 also you should calculate. So the values will be 20 values. The answer will be 20 values. Right? Yes, just make a note of it. You need to take the last 100 also. 100 is the last value, Amma. Yes, but you need to count up to at the last value. From starting from 1, you need to count it. 100 is a 3-digit number, right? So you want to calculate that also. Yes, ma, it is not 9. I know that. You need to calculate until it is getting 100. So you need to count the 100 also. 100 building is there, right? So I'm asking you 9, but you need to count the last number also. Right? So here's your next question. I have a 2-digit number. The unit of the digit is twice as 10 digits. So if I reverse the number and subtract 36 from it, I get the initial number. What's the number started with? Yes. I'm having the 2-digit number and the unit digit is twice as 10 digits. So if I reverse the number and subtract 36 from it, I'll get the initial number. So what is the number? What is the reverse number? The number I started with. Yes, come on. How you are saying Sachu Josh? 48 is the answer. Can you explain? Option D, 73. How you are 73, Pratiksha? Yes, Josh, you can explain why it is 48. Yes, come on. Yes, answer is A, Kyati. So 84 minus 36. How you are saying 84? What is the value of 84? 48 reverse. Superb, Dhamma. So 48 reverse will be 84, right? So 48 reverse will be 84 and 84 minus 36 will be 48. So the reverse number will be starting with 48. Superb, Dhamma. So the reverse number of 48 will be 84. So 84 minus 36 will be 48. But 53, 35, 35 minus 36 will be 1. So it will not comes, right? So 60, 60 minus 34 is not, will comes as the reverse number. And 73 also, it will not come the reverse number. So your answer is? Your answer will not come. So your answer is 48. So next, this is the statement. All father are men or teachers or politicians, but no teacher is a politician. That can be represented in Venn diagram. So M for men, F for father, T for teacher, and P for politician. Which of the following options will be suited for this? Yes, come on. So all fathers are men, some are teachers or politicians. Yes, come on. Someone is saying option D. Option D, option D, option D. Option C. So we'll draw the Venn diagram now. So all fathers is there. So I'm just drawing a box here. Right. So all father is there. So all father. So this is the father. Right. All fathers are men. So all fathers are men. Right. All fathers are men. And some teachers are politicians. So some teachers are politicians or politicians. Some teachers are, sorry, some are teachers. All fathers are men and some are teachers. So some people are teachers, right? So some people are teachers and then are politicians. So they can be the politicians also. But no teacher is a politician. But no teacher is a politician. So what will happen? So this diagram is wrong. Again, I'm universal set, right? Wait a second. Yes, so men is a universal set. So all fathers are men means so all father is the men. So I'm just drawing men. So all father is men and some are teachers. So half of the fathers, that means some are teachers. Right? So some people are teachers and some teachers, some are teachers or politicians, but no teacher is a politician. Imagine this is the, so no teacher is the politician means so here will be there. So it can be represented the D options only. So here men is there. So all fathers are men and teacher is and politicians is this is not correct and this is also not correct. This is also not correct. So all fathers are men and some are teachers. Yes, some are teachers. So little bit gap is there and are politicians, but no teacher is a politician. So only father is a politician. Right. So this is your correct answer. So like this, you should give your Venn diagrams. The answer is option D. So here's your next. Mary Meeker, in her annual internet trends report, said that Americans are spending even more time on digital media, 6.3 hours a day in 2018, up percent from the year before. How much time did Americans spend on digital media in 2017? Yes, come on. Yes, come on. We'll send you the recordings, ma. Option A, option D, then option A again. Your answer is 6 hours. Yes. Your answer is 6 hours. How? Yes. So how it is? So 6.3 hours they are spending, right? So 6.3 hours and 5% means, so we'll be calculating. So into 100 divided by 105, that is 5% means 105. So this will be giving you the answer as 6. So 6 hours time they are spending for this, right? So 5%, just calculating, multiply that value. So 6.3 into 100 divided by 5% will be there. So I'm just calculating like 105 percentage. So 100 divided by 105 percentage will be gives you the 6 answer. So 6 hours per day, they will 6 hours in 2017 they have spent, right? Yes. So here's your next question. So here's your next question. Approximately 6 hours. So two alloys A and B, both made of iron and zinc. The ratio of iron to zinc in the two alloys are 5:3 and 1:2 respectively. A and B are combined 5% ma. A and B are combined in the ratio 4:3 to yield a new alloy C. So what is the ratio of iron and zinc in C? Yes, come on. Combined together, they are getting 4:3. Come on. Yes. Answer B, 2:3. How you are saying 2:3, ma? Yes. Two alloys, ma. So I'm just calculating like this. So two alloys means, so I'm just giving 5 divided by 8 and answer is 1:1. And I'm just giving 3 divided by 8, right? Into, so 4:3 is the ratio, right? So into 4y plus. So this will be calculating. So 1 divided by 3 into 3y I am calculating. This will give you the 7y by 2. Right. And 3 divided by 8 also, it will be giving you into 4y plus, and 1:2 means, so 2 by 3 into 3y into 3y is equal to 7 divided by 7y by 2. So 7y divided by 2 is to 7y divided by 2. This will be giving you 1:1, right? Because that is 4:3 ma. I'm just calculating with the difference of that particular value. 5 plus 3 is 8 ma. That is 2 is 5 plus 3, 8 ma. So 5 divided by 8 into, that is yield ratio is 4:3, right? So that is, I'm just calculating as 4y and 3y, and 5:3 and 1:3 is respectively, right? So I'm using 1 by 3 into y. Ma, 5 plus 3 is 8 and 1 plus 2 is 3 ma, right? So 5 divided by 8. and 3 divided by 8. Okay. So into, now this is yield is 4:3, right? So here also 4:3. So I'm giving 4y and 4y. Okay. So plus this is 3 again. So 3 divided by 8. Sorry. 1 divided by 3 will be there. Why? Because this yield ratio is 1 divided by 3. So for this ratio, 1 divided by 3, and here 2 divided by 3. Right? And yield ratio is 3. So into 3y into 3y. So this will give you the answer as 7y by 2 is equal to 7y by 2. So both are equal. So whenever you're cancelling, 1:1 you will be getting. So 1:1 is the answer. Yes. Make a note of it. Yeah. So here's your next question. Twin brothers Lava and Kusha wrote the TCS NQT test, where Lava scored 45% and got 4 marks below the cutoff. Kusha scored 60% and got 8 marks above cutoff and got selected for interview. What was the maximum mark in the test? Yes. Come on. Yes. Option A, 100. They are getting only 60% and 45%. Then the marks, how the marks will be 100? 60. C, 80. Vaidyanathan is saying 60. Aman is saying 80. Then Praveen is saying C. So that's great. So I'll tell you the answer now. So actually total marks will be 100. Right? So normally the maximum marks will be 100. Right? So maximum mark will be 100. Correct? Rated amma. So maximum mark will be 100. So Lava marks is 45% and Kusha marks is 60%. Right? So but 45 marks, whatever she got, that is she got below her cutoff. We don't know what's her cutoff, right? So x minus 4 below her cutoff, but Kuwa showed 60% and got 8 marks above her cutoff. So 60 marks. Now x plus 8 will be there. Correct? X plus 8 will be there. So now 60 minus 45 will be, so I'm just calculating like this, right? So 60 minus 45 will be 15 marks and 8 plus 4 will be 12 marks. 8 plus 4 will be 12 marks. So what will happen here? We are cancelling this, means you will be getting 5 marks is equal to 4. Right? So 100 marks we will be calculating is equal to 80 marks. Right? Yes. So 44% of y plus 4 is equal to 60. Y4 is equal to, and 60% of y minus 8 is equal to 80. Superb, Muttamul. So this value will be 80. So I'll just draw clearly. So 45, right? So 45, what she took is 45 is equal to x minus 4 equal to 60 marks minus, sorry, 60 marks plus x plus 8. So whenever you're calculating this, you will be getting 80. So totally 80 marks will be your answer. So 45 percentage of y plus 4 will be 60 and 60 percentage of y minus 8 will be 80. Your answer is 80 marks. Your answer is 80 marks. So repeat it again, Dhamma, right? So I'll repeat you the logic again. So Kusha, Lava was got the value of 45 and Kusha is getting the value of 60 and she is getting low marks of x minus 4 and she is getting high marks of x plus 8. So 45 minus 60 will be 15 marks. So 15 marks will be 8 plus 2 will be 12. So m is equal to means, so 5m will be there, right? So why? Because whenever you're cancelling, you will be getting. So here multiplication is there. So multiplication will be goes means 5 fours are 20. So totally 20 marks. So we need to subtract this mark from the total marks. So total marks divided by the calculated marks. So 100 minus 20 will be 80. 100 marks minus 20 will be 80. I'm just calculating with the total marks 100. Right. So here's your next question. Alingiri Express running a speed of 60 kilometers and Choran Express at 120 kilometers take 10 seconds to cross each other. When they are running in opposite direction, these two trains operate in the same route only as a mathematical fantasy or not in reality. If Choran Express is 120 meter longer than Alingiri Express, what is the length in meters of the latter? Yes, come on. Yes. Yes, ma, you will get the recording, Dhamma. We will be uploading the recordings, ma. Don't worry. Yes, come on, tell this. Yes, tell me the answer. Yes, answer is C, 60 meters. No. Yes, come on. Yes, answer is A, answer is D. Come on. Yes, come on. Okay, so we'll solve this now. Wait, so we'll solve this now. So actually, running speed of 60 kilometer and both the express are running with the 60 kilometers. 60 plus 120 will be 180. Correct? 60 plus 120 will be 180. And this kilometer per second is there. I'm just converting into meter per second means. So 180 meter per second means is equal to 5 divided by 18. Right? So this is the formula. So 5 divided by 18 means you will be getting 50 minutes per second. So 50 minutes per second, right? So I'm just converting kilometer per hour into meter per second, right? So meter per second will be, you will be getting the answer as 50 meter per second. And the time is they have given us 10 seconds. Time they have given us 10 seconds, right? So 50 meter per second is already we have found, and 10 seconds the time they have given. So distance we need to find. So distance is equal to speed into time, right? Speed into time, that is Cholan Express plus Alingiri Express. This is equal to whatever we found is 50 into 10, that is time they have given the 10 seconds, right? So that is I'm just giving Alingiri Express plus, so 120 kilometer is crossing for Cholan Express, plus A is equal, so again Alingiri Express is equal to 500 meters, right? So now 2A, so now 2A is equal to 500 minus 120 will be 380. So A is equal to 380 divided by 2 will be 190. So 190 meter is there. So if Cholan Express is 120 meter longer than Alingiri Express, so I'm just giving the Alingiri Express 2 times. Right, your answer will be 190. 2A divided by 380 is nothing but 180. Yes, ma, TCS Digital is having negative marking. Alingiri Express is more than the longer than the Cholan Express is 120 meter longer than the Alingiri Express. Just read the question carefully, ma. Then only you will be getting, ma. Read the question carefully. Read the question carefully. Right? Okay. We'll just moving to the next question. So I'll explain you this again. One people have asked to explain this. So here, so 120 kilometer plus 60 kilometer will be 180 kilometer. I'm just converting kilometer per second into meter per second, means you will be getting 50 meter, right? And time they have given is 10 seconds. So calculating 50 seconds into 10 seconds means you will be having 500 meters, right? So I'm just calculating my distance. As formula for distance is speed into time. So speed into time, 50 meter per second into 10 will be 500, right? So Cholangiri, I'm adding the Cholan Express from Alingiri Express, but Cholan Express is 120 meter longer than Alingiri Express. So we don't know the Alingiri Express, but it is 2 times that it is more time longer than the Choran Express, right? So I'm giving 2A. So 2A is equal to 500 means, so sorry, 120 we need to add. So 2A plus 120 is equal to 500. So 2A is I'm adding A plus A, right? So 500 minus 120 will be 380. So 2A is equal to 380. So A is equal to 190 will be your answer. Right? So here we are moving to the next question. So Miss Trichinopriya wants to decorate her adobe frontage with a triangular lawn. The two sides of the lawn are of 5 meters and 6 meters, subtending an angle of 30°. If the lawn maintenance charges 100 per square meter, how much will Trichinopriya pay to him for the entire lawn? Yes, come on. Yes, come on. Yes. So actually here you should use your sum as A into B sine of C divided by 2. This is your formula. So A into B sine theta. This is we should calculate by using your angle. So sine theta. Superb. My answer is 75. So sine of C divided by 2. So A into B means that is 5 meter and 6 meter. So that will be 30 and sine C divided by 2 will be 30 divided by 2. Right? So 230 means here 2 ones are 2. So here sine of C we will be calculating. So 2 divided by means 1, 5. Sorry, wait. 30 divided by 2. So 2 ones are 2, remainder 1, 2 fives are 15, right? So sine of the particular value will be 75 will be your answer. See, Dhamma. So this will be like A into B. This is the formula. A into B, we need to find sine of C divided by 2. Right? Please understand the logic that I'm just using my formula alone. Right? So then A into B will be 5 into 6. So 5 into 6 will be 30. And sine of 30 divided by 2. So sine of 30 divided by 2 will be 15, right? So I'm just finding 15, sine of 15. So the value will be getting 75. So yes, Shreyas, how we are saying 75, Shreyas? Shreyas Nagashetty. This is like the logic, ma. Yes, come on. Superb, Shreyas. Superb. A into B into sine divided by 2. Superb, Dhamma. right? So here's your next slide. Bhaskar wanted to send some documents to Shakuntala. He had her address without the 6-digit PIN code. So he didn't want to risk sending documents without PIN code. So he called Shakuntala. She did not give the PIN code directly. She said the first four digits are 1910 in hexadecimal and the last four digits are 3177 in octal. So Bhaskar could courier the documents now. Now what is her PIN code? What is her PIN code? Yes. What is her PIN code? So she has told that hexadecimal numbers, right? So 1910 is a hexadecimal number. If we calculate the 1910 hexadecimal number, we can easily calculate it. So 1910 will be the hexadecimal number. So hexadecimal power will be calculated by 16, right? So 1 into 16 power 3, right? And plus 9 into 16 power 2 plus 1 into 16 power 1 and plus 0 into 16 power 0. So starting from the power value, we need to calculate each and everything. So 1 into 16 power 3 will be, your answer will be 4096. 4096. And 9 into 16 power 2 will be 2304. And plus 1 into 16 power 1 will be 16 plus 0 into 16 power 0 will be 0. So totally adding this, you will be getting 6416. 6416. So 641663 will be your answer. Because there is no value for 6427 is here. 6247 and 6243. Your answer is 6416. Just I am calculating the hexadecimal value. Right. So here's your next question. So this is your last question. So if it takes 10 3D printers 10 minutes to print 10 models, how long it will take 100 printers to print 100 models? 10 3D printers printing 10 minutes to print 10 models. How long it will take to print 100 printer to print 100 models? Option A, 100 minutes. 100 minutes. 10 minutes. How we are saying 10 minutes, Vaidyanathan and Deepika? Option A, C10. Yes, someone, how you are saying? Because. Yes, Vaidyanathan, because. Because. Yes, 10 minutes for 10 models. See, okay, so 10 minutes for 10 models here because 100 prints print 100 models. Yes, so 100 printers will be printing 100 models. So within 10 minutes, we can print everything, right? Superb, Dhamma. That is 10 printers. Within 10 minutes, it will be printing 10 copies, right? So one printer will be printing one copy within 10 minutes means. So 100 printer also will be printing same thing in 10 minutes, right? 100 printers also will be printing within same minutes only, right? So 10 3D printers, 10 minutes to printing 10 models. So 10 printers also printing 10 models in 10 minutes, but 100 printers also will be printing 100 models in 10 minutes only, right? 60 printers also will be printing 60 models in 10 minutes. So whatever the printers they are given, all the printers will be printing the models within 10 minutes, right? So these are all the sample questions. These some questions are frequently asked question, and some questions are the sample questions which will be asked in NQT, right? So these are all the just model questions. You need to learn a lot, work a lot, right? For a TCS, you need to learn a lot, and you need to work day and night, right? Then only you will be you can write the exam easily for TCS NQT. With this webinar only, you will not able to select in the TCS. You people need to work hard. No, ma, we are not able to send the previous question paper. Da. Right? So you people, this is sample question, and I will have given you the what are all the questions they will be asking you to the starting itself. Right? I've given the value inside the starting itself. What are all the questions they will be asking? Right? So see here, these are all the syllabus they will be asking, right? So try all these questions among these topics, right? You can most expected question this is, right? So this is also not the exact syllabus. You can expect the many questions from these topics. This is what we have given here, right? Yes, ma. Today your session is over. You can leave. Today your session is over, and tomorrow we will see the reasoning ability.